Shalom, it's me, Sudden Skye, and yeah, I know I haven't uploaded a video on this channel for a while. These videos take me a bit of time to make, but until then, here's a video of a presentation that I had to do for school, which I felt was appropriate for a channel like this. The editing and effects might not be on par with what I usually do on this channel, but the whole script and the video editing process took me like 2 days to finish on its own, so I hope you guys understand. Without further ado, let's see what I had to present in front of my creative writing class, why don't we? Hi, I'm Skye, and let's skip right to the big question that we're trying to answer today, and that is, can video games be art? Yeah, I know, it's a crazy concept, but hear me out on this. The answer may shock you. The answer's yes. First of all, to answer this question, we need to know, what do we mean when we say art? It's a pretty small word, and we use it all the time to describe pictures, films, and architectures, and even novels. But do we really know what we mean when we say something is a work of art? I don't know. But what I do know is, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, art is something that is created with imagination and skill, and that is beautiful, or that expresses important ideas or feelings. That's a pretty good definition right there. Now, what does that mean for video games? Well, it means video games can be art. I believe video games have just as much capability to get an artistic message across as any painting, sculpture, or novel. But before I pull up any examples to prove my totally correct theory, we have to understand that some games pull off the ability to portray art better than other games. Like take Pong, for example. Good old Pong. Pretty simplistic looking game, right? We got two rectangles bouncing around a square, we got a counter so we know which side makes goal, bam biddy bop, we got ourselves a game, give it a little patty for Christmas, you'll love it! But when we're looking at Pong, what are we actually looking at? What is the story behind this? I mean, we could imagine two dudes are having some sort of contest to see who's the best ping pong player, and then here we are. But it's hard to say for sure. Pong wouldn't make a strong argument for my case, so we're not going to use Pong. Although, Pong was made at a time where video games were at their most primitive. The medium that Pong was created on didn't have the technical capability for anything but the bare minimum that would make it a game. It was made at a time where all games were just very crudely made up of pixels that made it hard to tell what the symbols within the game represented. Like, what the heck are these? What is that? What is that? Would you believe it if I told you this is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back? Yeah, but drawing started out like this too. The very first people made cave paintings that were very hard to make out, and I think video games are just like that. And I think that's a pretty good comparison. Good job, Skye. Now let's take a game that actually had good technical capabilities to show what the symbols in the games meant. And the game of my choice is Mega Man X,
which is a more modern game.
Game designers could actually let you see what you are now that they have a medium with the technical capability to let them do so. You could see you're a powerful freaking super fighting robot out to save the world. Within the very few minutes of the game, you're tearing through evil, and that makes me feel powerful. How do I know they're evil? They got little angry eyes, of course they're evil. So you're destroying bad guys, you feel powerful as heck, and now you have to beat your first boss, Vile.
That's subtlety right there.
But then, what's this? Zero comes in and destroys the arm of that guy you weren't even able to do damage to, and then he says, "Hey Mega Man, you're not as powerful as me, but you will be as powerful as me." What the what? This should blow your mind your first time playing this game. That alone should make you feel special. Okay, I think we're done showing off the technical capability being a factor of video games when it comes to art. We should just end the video right here. Nope. Cause now I'm gonna show you a game that integrates story within the gameplay. Undertale. Now I'm not gonna spoil this game because believe me, you don't want this adventure spoiled for you. Seriously, go play it right now, it's $10 on Steam. Toby Fox, the creator of this game, uses Undertale to make a commentary on violence in the video game industry through the actual game mechanic of this piece of beautiful work. Video games often have this stigma that they're mindless and all about violence. Toby Fox realizes this and takes that concept of the action RPG genre and flips it on its head. Yeah, like that. So if you want to play a game that's very easily accessible, with a message on a controversial issue within its own medium, you should get Undertale. It's got my seal of approval. Mwah. But what game inspired the greatness that is Undertale? A game that I'll never soon forget. And for that reason, I tribute Earthbound as my favorite game of all time. And what made up most of my summer of 2012. The artistic message behind this game tackled real-world issues that we're facing today, like police brutality, religious cult followings, rape, Americans, and slavery, just to name a few. Wait, I'm an American. But ultimately, Earthbound is about learning how to thrive in this harsh reality called life, and the transitioning of a boy from a childhood into adulthood. There is probably no better time for me to be playing a game like that. It was so relatable, and the ending just touched my heart. It evoked true feeling from me, better than any painting, movie, and yes, even novel, ever could. So if a video game like that isn't a good representative for video games as art, I don't know what it is. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video that I did as a school project. I really wasn't expecting to put this up on here, so I know the writing and the humor was probably a little overdone here on YouTube, but what do you expect? I had to write this whole script in 2 days. I had to meet a deadline, people. Deadlines. But if you want to see a video that I did not rush on, here is a video on Super Smash Bros. That took me a whole 2 years to make. Or maybe it was just 1. Either way, it was not rushed. And if you want to see another unrushed video, here's this video that I did on a rhetorical analysis on the intro of Shadow the Hedgehog. Ooh, don't you guys like Shadow and rhetoric? Ooh. If you like this video, why don't you leave a like and subscribe while you're at it? With that being said, I'm gonna go start working on my next video now. Maybe this time it won't get blocked by the International Olympics Committee again and again and again.